evening. Louis C. Gross II, educational consultant for Manhood Shelter, Inc. Want to say hello to everybody and a Happy New Year. It's happy in the sense that we're alive, but it's sad in the sense that that young boy that was 18, my heart goes out to him, and I hope that the people that did it get what they deserve. As we're speaking about that, you know, there was a moratorium on capital punishment, and the proponent of that went to jail, Ryan. But I'm sure that we need to get back to capital punishment. I'm tired of paying money for somebody that killed 4 or 5 people and got off scot-free. Do you know a man came all the way from Colorado to kill his girlfriend because he knew in this state that capital punishment had been abolished? That's a shame. See, look here. We need to get back to reality and deal with situations the way they're supposed to be dealt with. Stop all this, mollycoddling and all that foolishness. When you start doing that, that's a deterrent. I want to read a quote to you by Carter G. Woodson. When you control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. You do not have to tell him not to stand here or go yonder. He will find his proper place, you hear me, and will stay in it. You do not need to send him to the back door. He will go without being told. In fact, if there is no back door, he will cut one out for his special benefits. And when I say that, I think about the city council. I really do. I think about the city council and Rahm Emanuel. They don't have to be told to go to the back door. They already do it. And look at the state representatives. Here we go again. We're going to have to deal with no budget. At the same time, look at our children with no school. And it never ceases to amaze me how these politicians will go into a church that's of color, seeking to be elected or re-elected. At one time, they just go to that church just to be seen, Reverend Jesse and all this. You know what? Stop it. Stop it. And then after that, they're gone. What's wrong with Chicago? Tell you what. We need to come clean. We're always using euphemisms, dealing with a disagreeable subject a mile away. Call it for what it is. Call it for what it is. Now, here's something for you. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, prophesies, the Lord will let the people be governed by immature boys. The Lord will let the people be governed by immature boys. Everyone will take advantage of everyone else. Youth will not respect their elders, and worthless people will not respect their superiors. Hey, what do you see there? The more things change, the more they remain the same. And you let them do it. Caller, go on, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hey, hello, you're on the air. Speak up.
How you doing?
How you doing?
My name is Walter Roberts.
Very glad to hear from you, Mr. Robert.
My comment.
Go ahead. Hello?
My comment is that the Illinois State Lottery was created to help the Board of Education.
True. It's very true.
And yet, the hierarchy of the Illinois State Lottery gets more money than some CEOs.
In other words, the people that run the lottery get paid, right?
That's right.
But you know something else? The lottery is privatized.
And then I like to add this.
Go ahead.
There was a point where the lottery did not pay people because they said they didn't have the money. Here's something that has an income of $1 million almost a day, but they couldn't pay people their winnings.
And I remember when Ron and them refused to pay the winners. And matter of fact, it went around the world. People were talking about Chicago, the state of Illinois is not paying the lottery winners. This is a shame. You know what, sir? You have a good point, because they seem to think that, you can take our money and just treat us any old kind of way. But you know what? Dealing with the people, the powers that be, they're letting it happen. What do you think about that? Well, I guess he's gone. But anyway, that was a good point about, because the lottery...
This is what I think.
Go ahead.
Hello?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
This is my point to that. the powers to be us in our face if we're going along with it.
Repeat that again, sir.
The powers that are in charge are lying straight in our face.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your comment.
We're going along with it.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? The gentleman just made a good point. When I was reading about what Isaiah said and immature boys running this world and the lack of respect from our children and then other worthless people, not respecting their superiors, look what's happening. It all starts at the house. But then again, when I look at Emmanuel and this administration and what they're doing, it's a shame. I'm going to get to that too. Carl, you on there? Go ahead. Question or comment? Go ahead. You on there? You up, caller? We have the technical difficulty. You can call back, please. But like I was saying, when you have an elected body such as city council, state representatives, they're following the lead in Springfield, Mike Madigan. He's been in office too long, man. Do you know his firm got $20,000 from Trump when he was building the Trump Towers in here? Did you know that Barrios got about, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000? And did you know that Rahm Emanuel got 1,500 in terms of a donation to his fund? All these people got some money. But if you look at it, you would think that, hey, they're against each other. That's crap. All right, caller, you're on air. Go ahead.
Yes, how you doing, my friend? This is Ray. I call most every week.
Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you to you and your family. Listen, you know what's wrong with this city?
Tell me.
We, the people.
You're right.
People voting the wrong people.
Yeah.
Emmanuel. Now, there's two big projects, construction projects, going up in Chicago. Now, there's not one black or Hispanic contractor on them, on either site. How do they say, pull yourself up by your bootstrings?
That's right.
Guess what? I have no more strings to pull.
Right.
I'm glad I'm retired. I feel sorry for all these talented young people. There's no schools for them. They don't have to go to college. If they had a bunch of schools, trade schools, they can learn everything they have a job for the rest of their lives. See, so what I say is, listen, don't blame the people. Blame the people that you vote in. Because Rahm Emanuel has done nothing for this community. It was a shame to what happened to that young man and all the rest of them. 700 and something. So either we vote him back in, and let this keep happening.
No, I'm going to run against him. I got to. I either up one or the other.
Or vote him out.
That's what's going to happen next. Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. I want to get to a point here. 60 Minutes did an expose on Chicago and the violence. 756 murders. 4,000 shootings. But let me say something. The police force at one time was 13,500. It was reduced to over 1,000, over 1,500. Rahm Emanuel knew this and put the public safety at risk. McCarthy told Rahm, I'll never forget it, ceasefire he gave $1.5 million to, for what? And McCarthy said, hey man, don't do that. See, the problem about Emanuel is he never listens. And what happened was, he was dumped from the White House here. Dumped. And look what happened. Caller, you on there, go ahead.
Yes, listen, you didn't let me finish. I was
sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said, your people and my people ought to get together and vote in the right people. The Hispanics, the blacks, and others have to understand, if we don't get our own people in there, this is going to keep on happening to all the great people in Chicago.
And you're absolutely correct. I agree. Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. What Ray is talking about is a coalition. Hispanics, blacks, anybody else that wants to get involved with this to stop what's going on. It's out of control. Nobody even listens. You close 50 schools. People say don't do it. You did it anyway. You know, it's a funny thing about critical thinking. He's always said that, you know, the chief administrator in this city, that somebody's got to do the critical thinking. Please stop. Your critical thinking costs too much money. Out of our pockets. Oh, garbage men. You got city garbage men, and also you got waste management. You're paying too. Also, when it was time to look for another police chief, you had a panel set, you know, to identify and question one candidate to become the police chief. But what you do, you cut them short and pick Eddie Johnson, which meant who paid for that? That was money down the drain again. What's wrong with these homes, these school buildings that you left abandoned? What's wrong with you, man? And what's wrong with you? The general population. When you gonna stop? When you gonna man up? Hey, I am so sick of that city council, man. It is, it's a shame. How can you face the payroll and take a check knowing that you didn't do anything? And the state senators, Listen, 756 murders, 4,000 shootings, and should we ask for federal help? Go ahead, call you on air. Go ahead, you're on air. Go ahead. Question or comment?
Yes, good evening there, Lewis. And
What's going on?
It's good to see you back around, man.
I heard from you.
Yeah, man, I'm glad your health is much better, man.
Yes, I feel much better.
Yes. Hey, two partner. Hey, but listen, Lewis, you said something at the beginning of the show where a person controls the mind, he's going to control and know his actions. That is a very true statement, and I'm about to show you something where you can even really look at it. Look at this man who's about to take office of the United States of America,
right.
The biggest job in America. He disagrees with everything. He don't believe in nothing. And I was listening today. He definitely don't believe that Russia had anything to do with that intelligence. Well, let me tell you something, Lewis. You have an old saying at the end of your show. If you ever kind of fall and you need some help, what you say? Tie a rope and hang on?
Tie a knot and hang on. Tie a rope,
Listen, we need to put a knot and a loop loose on it and give it to Trump, and maybe you know what to do with it. That would be a wonderful, great idea. But listen, I'm glad to see you around. I know you don't want to say anything bad about that, but come on. We are being fooled so much. We just got to get tired of it. We need to just quit saying that's okay. And the saddest thing, well, what you going to do next time? Let me tell you, lazy-ass people lay around, they complain all the time. You need to get out and vote. Quit talking. Just get out and vote. And that's what we do. All right, listen, Louis, let me get out there, and Happy New Year to you.
And to you, and thank you so much. And keep with me, okay?
Oh, you know I will, and let me hear your response. Let me get out there.
Okay. I agree with what you say. And I got another caller. Call you on air. Question or comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I had a question. I know we talking about the educational services for the black youth. And my question to you is, even though the system is rigged, not in our favor, do you think that us as a racial group have a big effect, like as far as our living conditions, and we don't want to learn? Like we have mitigating factors going on in society, and I know it's holding us down, but I think as a race that we kind of lost the drive to learn.
You know what, sir? I agree with you. The motivation is lacking. And it stems from the home. It starts from the home, the parents. If they're not motivating their child to learn and go to school on time and be there every day, then right there it transmits an idea of, hey, school is not nothing, don't even deal with it. And as we well see, you must be educated in terms of navigating in this society. And with the help of the powers that be, it is really demoralizing. I look at, I see this system every day, and there's some good points, don't get me wrong, but I see a lack of motivation coming from that parent. Now, I don't say all parents are, lackadaisical, but it's quite a few. Anytime, matter of fact, the attendance this year went down another 2,000 or 3,000. And you got about 20,000 to 30,000 kids that are homeless. So, why, when I come to school, I'm hungry. I'm not thinking about my A for algebra, B for biology, C for chemistry, D for discipline, E for economics. I'm thinking about F for food. And then I'm mad about my condition. So, what I do, I leave from being the victim to the villain. I'm going to jump on the security guard. I'm going to beat this woman's butt. I'm going to jump on this guy here. I'm going to tell the principal, leave me alone, kiss it. This is what's happening. And you know what? It's by design. Do you remember you had the projects? Projects was a study. It was a project to deal with human beings, power 80 feet high, with one exit, the front door, and no exit in the back, which is $5 compliance. And they knew this.
Absolutely right.
And see, and we let them do it. City council, state representatives, this is a shamble. But I tell you this, what goes around comes around, it's going to change. By the way, change, people. Change is inevitable. It's essential to survival. Why do we fear it? Why do we fight it? Simply embrace it. And that's what I'm saying to you. If you hear me, you need to be, look at it, a postcard. See, these people don't deal with you doing this because they know after 2 days you're through talking. A postcard. Inundate that city hall. Inundate that governor's office. See, they're playing monopoly with us. Now, you don't have no budget. So that means that the Chicago state's going to have a problem. The school, oh, by the way, remember it wasn't supposed to be any money left in the city? But hey, a writer by the name of Tressner wrote, says the city's not broke. TIF. And that's what circumvented the strike. That guy that you call your mayor had to go into TIF money. And by the way, it's not your money, pal. It's ours. And you, as a taxpayer, need to, man, look here. They charge you for water. They charge you to deal with your garbage. They got two systems working with garbage. One should be just one. See, we're paying nothing. And don't get me started on the red lights. Look here. That is nothing but a money maker, man. It went from $35, where you used to get a warning, to $100. And then they got a private organization dealing with your cars, towing them, without a notice. When are you going to stop this? Rahm Emanuel knows there's a class action lawsuit coming at him. And look here, that money will have to be returned. That money will have to be returned. You have you know what? The greatest problem lies in sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. You have a moral obligation to make intelligent decisions. And your boy Martin Luther King said that. Now, a lot of you people will go with what a reverend says. Just like with mentoring. How you gonna get family support to deal with a situation with the north and the west side, the east side, and the south side, where there's people of color, and you have somebody in the family support system calling shots with that? You need to stop that too. And City Hall, what's wrong with you people? Here's the famous line. Well, you got to get yourself together. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Hell, we don't have any bootstraps. We're bootless. And you people out there need to get a postcard and send in how you feel. Stop doing this, because it don't mean nothing. The powers that be already know that you will talk out, and then it'll be business as usual. Call you on there. Go ahead. You're on there. Question or comment? Go ahead.
Hey, Louis, real quick. We've been talking about the mayor, but let me tell you something. if Daffy Duck is running the show and he just quacking, 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 but he's talking to city council and city council's acting like elephants, they neither one understand anything, but they blow their horn so they okay what Daffy Duck do. So now you just can't go after the mayor. You definitely got to go after the city council. Those aldermen are one that's okay and everything. So don't put the whole blame on the mayor. You got to put some on that damn city council.
Hey, how about this? How about your boy Cochran? Huh?
Oh, Johnny Cochran?
Oh, Cochran, there was the alderman here that got busted for taking a $25,000 bribe.
Let me tell you, he was an ex-city worker. He was a police officer. So what do you think about that? But let me tell you, you know, you could get a preacher to come in, and they know how the system works. It's so easy to get some donations. So that's what they do. But they got to remember, you're not the daily senior. See, he had all those buffers. They don't know anything about a buffer, so they're going to go to jail. And that's the bottom line to it.
Thank you so much. Young people, it's time. Bobby Seals wrote a book called Seize the Time. Matter of fact, DeGillis, the author from Russia, wrote a book called The New Class. What he meant by that was this. Your political people, your aldermen, state representatives, they get first dibs on anything that comes through this town. In other words, if there's any money to be made, they're going to make it before they even deal with you. And you're their constituency. Do you know these people make $117,000 a year plus expenses, and they can't even answer a phone call for you? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Where are the men at around here? No wonder these kids are doing what they're doing. They have no direction, no guidance. And who do they look up to? Tell me. By the time they're 19 years of age, they watch about 200,000 hours of television time. Spongehead Bob and all these foolishness. Tell me about it. Hey, I'm not going to pull any punches. It's time for us to man up. Caller, you on the air. Make it short. Go ahead. You on the air?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
You can get $100 ticket in the city of Chicago, and if you don't pay it in a reasonable amount of time, it doubles, which is 100% interest.
I'm a product of that. You
now, not only do it double,
they tow your car.
They add on another $44, which is technically 140% interest on the initial bill. How is they getting away with that? If anybody else do it, it'll be an outcry.
The outcry, and also it'll be like a loan shark. Yeah. Yeah, and look, let me tell you something. I called the Inspector General's office. I'm expecting one of them to be on this show because they're null and void too, man. They're null and void too. You know what? This has to be a shakeup. As Prince Machiavelli said, Machiavelli wrote to Prince, said, by any means necessary, the end justifies the means. Put that in your peace pipe and think about it. Here? Because you can't keep, look at it. Remember what Marie Antoinette said? They said, oh, queen, the people are hungry, they need bread. You know what she said? Feed them cake. And shortly after that, they guillotined her. Yeah. They guillotined her. All I'm saying to you is, it's about time you make a change. I'm talking about that south side, the north side, the east side, and the west side. Matter of fact, Chicago is a community, and it shouldn't be shut down to just one part of the town where everybody's making the money. The have and the have-nots. Have and the have-nots. Solinsky wrote that. Solinsky, people, wrote the have and the have-nots. And what did he mean by that? Do you have anything? Do you have anything? We're in this together. So, I want to say to you, if you feel as though you run out of rope, tie a knot and hang on. Everything's going to be okay. I promise you. Now, the end.